Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. A very warm welcome, everyone. Moana is going to do some specific acknowledgement on behalf of the forum, but I just wanted to make two, if I may. One is to all those people before us that have passed through Tamaariki-Pohe and the Gulf. We need to acknowledge their contribution to where we are today. And two, all of you, almost all, if not all of you, are in some way or another actively engaged in our kaupapa today. And you've all shown a great deal of interest in being here. We've sold out today, had to turn a few people away. One or two got leveraged in, didn't they, Pippa, by influence or other means. Thank you for coming. Thank you very much for not just what you're doing today, but what you're going to do, I'm sure, in the future. Today is a call to action for the Gulf. It centres on our two big, hairy, aggressive goals, the 20% protection, which we have carefully not defined and hope you'll help us do so in order to make sure that it's politically real, and the re-establishment of shellfish beds and reefs, that the forum has adopted as a challenge to government, local and central, to business, to the many, many non-government organisations that are involved, to the funders and philanthropists, to academia, researchers and others engaged in active work in the Gulf, but most importantly to the New Zealand community. Our kaupapa in the end is a challenge to reach the hearts and minds of all those who live and work on the shores and in the hinterland of the Gulf, and to all those who love and visit its fantastic waters and islands. That hearts and minds thing is, to me, the thing that matters most, because if we win those, we'll win the political battle that often is what's at stake in this, and of course the many, many, many hours of work that's going to be needed. And while I think about acknowledgements, we may not cover, there is a massive amount of work going on our islands. We want to translate that also into the waters. Note, though, that these two goals that we've set sit astride the wider range of strategic issues that the forum is focusing on. First and broadly, getting the water back to the state that it should be in, and secondly, the marine habitats and the marine life back to more than sustainable levels. In considering all of what we're going to consider today and what the forum is responsible for, we must acknowledge the partnership approach we're bound to adopt with tangata whenua under the treaty and indeed in the terms of the Marine Park Act. Over 24 iwi have a direct and lasting relationship with and to the Gulf's formerly teeming waters and abundant islands and hinterland, and we'll need to respect their traditional rights and prerogatives if we are to succeed in achieving just and equitable outcomes for the goals that we will work on today and for the wider restoration and enhancement of the Gulf. So that's all I want to say, because we need now to move on a little bit. Alex told me that I should take my time, but I don't know that I should. So let me hand over to Moana, who also has a message for you. Thank you.
Kia ora, John. Pāpaki mai ngā ngaru nunui, wāwaratia ngā tairere. We are like the oceans, the comings and the goings of the tides. Tukuna atu ahau ēnei mihi whakahirahira. A few important acknowledgements. Te Tāmaki Paingahira, Auckland Museum, e mihi kauana ki te kaumātua a Bobby e te rangatira tēnā koe. A ngā mana whenua o te kapa Moana, te Moana nui a toi, tēnā koutou katoa. Principal Branding Agency, thank you. Foundation North, especially the Gift Fund, very, very appreciative and grateful for all that you do. World Wildlife Fund and the Nature Conservancy for facilitating our breakouts this afternoon. Blake and NZ Geographic for bringing VR, virtual reality, to our evening session. A lot to look forward to. And all the members of the Hauraki Gulf Forum and the Minister of Conservation. We'd also like to thank Katina Konomos and Alex Rogers for all that they do to support the forum, in particular in the background, supporting both John and myself. Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Moana Tamaariki-Pohe tōku ingoa no Ngāti Whātua ki Hauraki me Waiohua. Ko tāmaki makaurau tōku tūranga waiwai. I often say I have one foot in the Waitemata and one in the Manukau, and I'm from everywhere in between. Nau mai haramai. I'm the Deputy Chair of the Hauraki Gulf Forum, and it's my absolute pleasure to be of service to and to advocate for Te Kapa Moana, Te Moana Nui a Toi, the Hauraki Gulf. From the northern iwi of Ngāti Wai and Ngāti Rehua, Aotea Great Barrier, the many iwi in Tāmaki Makaurau, Rohe and the iwi in the Hauraki Waikato area. There are 26 iwi with ancestral links and vested interest in this taonga we call Te Kapa Moana, Te Moana Nui a Toi, the Hauraki Gulf. I started as a technical officer with the Hauraki Gulf Forum in 2010. However, my work, my purpose, and my responsibility to care for the environment, especially the water, I was born into. In my half-century plus years, I've been blessed with many friends, family, mentors, experts, and to light the clear path to progressing dreams and aspirations. A few of those amazing people are here today, or might be here soon. Rochelle Kahui McConnell, probably my dad's best student. Pippa Coombs, who's always been there for us, in particular with things happening at Hauraki and Okahu. Sue Rod and Zoe Neureuther for really sparking that passion for things Hauraki Gulf. John Tregeter, past chair for the Hauraki Gulf, has always been an amazing mentor to me. And these are to name but a few. You'll be forgiven if you don't recognise this bay, our bay, or Kahu Bay, or Kahu Matamomoi. Through hard work and perseverance, we cleared the bay of all the moorings. My sister recently showed someone a picture, and that person said, "How beautiful, where's that?" The removal of the moorings means our bay, or Kahu, can begin to heal, and the proof is already evident. On Saturday, some of our paddlers, Wakaama paddlers, were out in Okahu Bay, and they unfortunately flipped their waka. But fortunately for them, in their squeals and carries on, they got to experience a pod of dolphins that came into Okahu Bay. So the commotion was a distraction enough. My wish for us all is to have this experience of knowing your contribution to returning the mauri of our environment is there for all of us. We must be ego-free and we must be eco-full. So I'm glad to be in the presence of you all. Nō reira, tēnā koutou katoa. Yeah.